Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unearthing a really compelling story. It's about a young man's quest for meaning, for belonging,
Hmm.
drawn from, well, a rich tapestry of sources. It's
Okay.
a journey that's woven from, unexpected setbacks, some profound betrayals,
Right.
but ultimately revealing uh, a powerful path to self-discovery. So let's just jump right in.
Okay.
You'll hear the story of Qutaybah. He's from a traditional background, and he feels this nameless concern.
A nameless concern, yeah.
Yeah, a deep sense that his life, quote, here is just the beginning of a longer path.
Yeah.
He starts questioning his destiny, wondering if maybe emigration is his only way out.
And not just escaping, right?
Exactly. Not just an escape, but like a chance to build a whole new world for himself.
This initial feeling and this nameless concern you mentioned, it's more than just being unhappy, isn't it?
Seems like it.
It's like a subtle but really powerful signal of a life not yet lived. It kind of brings to mind that psychological concept of an existential crisis.
Ah,
That moment when this vague unease, it isn't just a fleeting thing, but a fundamental question about your purpose. So for you listening, the question becomes, how do you tell the difference?
between just being dissatisfied.
Right, between fleeting dissatisfaction and that really deep-seated call for, radical change.
That's a powerful point.
Mhm.
So for Qutaybah, what specific things in his early environment, according to the sources, contributed to that feeling before it became this really compelling urge?
Well, the sources paint a really vivid picture. His old neighborhood, quiet, kind of worn out,
Hmm.
and a school building that seemed to almost whisper tales of, bygone eras.
Yeah.
This environment, it seems ordinary on the surface,
Right.
but it actually became the place where his big questions really started brewing. It's a classic example, really, of how even mundane surroundings can fuel a really profound internal quest.
And within that setting, the real turning point, it seems, in his early worldview came from two incredibly distinct
Oh,
teachers
the teachers, yes.
and his closest friend, Marwan. These interactions, they really shaped how Qutaybah started seeing the world.
Okay.
So first, there's Mr. Jabab, the mathematics teacher. The sources describe him as a mysterious figure, a living riddle. He
Intriguing.
writes equations like they're incantations.
Mm.
He genuinely believed mathematics was, quote, the key to understanding everything,
Wow.
like a hidden system where every number tells a story that leads to another. And his voice, it didn't need to be loud, it just sort of pierced the depths.
You get a real sense of presence from that description.
Totally. Then we meet Mr. Murib, the history and geography teacher. He's portrayed more like an ancient magician.
Okay, a different vibe entirely.
Completely.
Yeah.
He could apparently resurrect kings and empires just with his deep voice,
Right.
making history come alive, revealing secrets of the past. He didn't just teach it, he breathed life into it.
So you've got these two powerful but very different influences.
And then there's the contrast with his friend, Marwan. This is where it gets really interesting.
Right, the friend dynamic.
Qutaybah saw math as the language of the universe, like a map for unlocking secrets.
Hmm.
But Marwan, totally different view.
How so?
Marwan saw math as, well, dry, soulless even. He much preferred the human stories you find in literature and history.
Okay, the narrative versus the numbers.
Exactly. For him, complex equations were just a vacant circle or a maze he felt trapped in.
So this isn't just, liking different subjects, is it?
No, it sounds much deeper, like a fundamental philosophical split.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a classic philosophical tension, isn't it?
Yeah.
Between rationalism, maybe, and empiricism.
Explain that a bit.
Well, Qutaybah, drawn to the abstract, this language of the universe through math, he's seeking universal truth through logical systems.
Okay.
Marwan, on the other hand, finds truth in lived experience and human narrative, the very stuff of history and literature.
Right.
And the sources seem to hint that, true wisdom, real understanding, it comes not from just choosing one path.
But from integrating both.
Exactly, from integrating both. Understanding the why and the how behind human actions, behind reality. It asks us, you listening to consider, how do we reconcile logic with human experience and our own understanding of the world?
It's a fundamental question, for sure. Now, the narrative, it takes this sudden, really painful turn.
Ah, yes, the accident.
Yeah, a seemingly innocent, playful push from a friend in the schoolyard. It turns into a severe kidney injury for Qutaybah. Leads to excruciating pain, a hospital stay. The source describes his body writhing, his breath catching. The pain so severe it felt like, quote, shards of glass. Just brutal.
Horrific. And the physical pain isn't even the whole story, is it?
No, not at all. It's swiftly compounded by this profound emotional ordeal, even though he's surrounded by friends in the hospital.
He feels alone.
Completely alone, a deep sense of isolation and betrayal. He notes that, quote, there are pains that no one but you and God know.
That's powerful.
It's just gut-wrenching to imagine that physical agony combined with that feeling of, well, emotional abandonment.
It truly is. That sense of isolation, even when you're physically with others, that's a really powerful theme here. It speaks to the private nature of deep suffering, where the pain just transcends the physical body.
And this awful situation leads to an even more shocking blow.
Yeah.
This one's to Qutaybah's academic dreams.
Right. The university exams.
Yeah. Despite studying incredibly hard, his injury means he can't take his final university exams. His friend, Marwan, is supposed to submit a medical report for him.
To explain the absence.
Exactly. To Mr. Rasht, who's like a university dean or professor. But then, when the results are posted, Qutaybah discovers he's been dismissed, kicked out of the university.
Oh no, after everything.
And then comes this dramatic confrontation with Mr. Rasht. First, Rasht denies even receiving the report.
Just denies it flat out.
Then he cold-heartedly blames Qutaybah for not ensuring it was personally delivered.
Wow, blaming the victim.
Pretty much. And then finally, in this chilling whisper, he admits he did get it.
He admits it.
Yes. But it got lost in his, quote, endless paperwork. And he says he wouldn't risk his reputation for, quote, small details like this.
Small details. Unbelievable indifference.
Well, I'm agreeing.
Yeah, this whole sequence, it just throws up huge questions, doesn't it? About personal responsibility versus, like, systemic failures and the absolutely crushing impact of indifference.
Right.
The physical pain from the accident, it becomes this incredibly profound metaphor for the emotional pain of betrayal.
That's a great way to put it.
It just underscores how external events, combined with a real lack of empathy from people in power, can shatter not just academic dreams,
But a whole sense of justice.
exactly. A young person's sense of justice, their purpose, it forces this radical reevaluation of their whole life's direction.
What's infuriating hearing about Mr. Rashid's indifference?
Yeah.
Does the source, does it get into whether Qutaybah ever confronted Marwan about his part in it? Or was all the focus on Rasht?
That's a good question. While Marwan's responsibility in, getting the report there is definitely implied.
Right, he was supposed to deliver it.
Exactly. But the narrative really pivots hard onto Mr. Rashid's callousness. It's the institutional betrayal, you see. That cold dismissal from the university, that's what truly becomes the catalyst for Qutaybah.
So the system failed him, embodied by Rasht.
Precisely. The profound indifference from someone in a position of power, it just leaves this indelible mark. It really highlights how bureaucratic oversight, or maybe just the lack of care within the system, can be just as damaging as, direct malice.
And this culmination, the betrayal, the shattered dreams,
Yeah.
it leads Qutaybah to this life-altering decision. Emigration.
The point of no return.
Yeah. The Arabic phrase, Hajir ya Qutaybah, emigrate, Qutaybah, it echoes in his mind. It becomes more than just a call to leave. It's this deep, deep urge to embark on a journey of self-recreation.
Rebuilding himself.
He sees it as a way to reshape himself after the injustice he faced.
Makes sense.
And he grapples with this fundamental, really poignant question. What truly makes a homeland?
Right, what is home?
Is it just a physical place? A set of traditions? Or something, far deeper? He concludes that a true homeland is a place where you find freedom, where you're nourished emotionally and physically, where you're protected from fear and injustice. It's a land that, quote, feeds from hunger and quenches from thirst, protects freedom, and is fair from injustice.
A powerful definition, not tied to just soil.
Exactly. So this decision to emigrate, it's portrayed not just as like a desperate escape,
No.
but as a path to shed the hypocrisy, the backbiting, the cruelty he experienced. It's framed as an act of courage, like planting himself in new soil to rebuild his very essence, far from those who would undermine his spirit.
This redefinition of homeland, it really transcends mere geography, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It speaks to that deeper quest for a place where your identity can truly flourish. And what's really compelling here is this paradoxical idea.
Yeah.
The idea that solitude, or ghurba,
Explain Grib a bit.
it's often translated as being a stranger or an exile, that feeling of profound loneliness when you're away from home.
Okay. But the paradox is that this state, this Gerba, can actually offer a powerful refuge from superficial social stuff.
Interesting. So solitude as a strength.
In a way, yes.
Hmm.
It transforms from just being lost into this profound opportunity for self-discovery. It fosters an internal strength that no external adversity can really diminish.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many seemingly small moments, small interactions, really just reroute our entire lives.
Definitely.
So Qutaybah arrives in New York, a city he'd only imagined now it's real, tangible.
The dream versus the reality.
Yeah, a land bursting with opportunity. But initially, it presents this profound sense of solitude, that Gerba maybe, his first job, a humble position in a coffee shop.
Quite the contrast.
A huge contrast to the academic dreams he once had.
Yeah, that contrast is important. It really highlights the vast gap between aspiration and, immediate reality that so many people face when they're seeking a new beginning.
Then, just when Qutaybah seems most adrift, perhaps, this mysterious old man enters the story.
Ah, the mentor figure, right? Offering cryptic but really profound wisdom. And this isn't just a one-off meeting.
No.
No, the old man reappears at critical moments in Qutaybah's journey. Always when he's facing doubt or standing at some kind of crossroads.
A guide at pivotal moments.
Exactly. And the old man imparts these powerful lessons.